You look shattered. You look knackered. You look tired. Been here long?
A little weary since about 7.
So we're finished.
Finished?
Are we?
Yes.
Oh, right. So,
There you go, 4 hours and you're off, boy.
yeah.
We've done our job.
Oh, fair play. You got, yeah.
We've done our job.
Amazing.
So, we'll
Are
be
we
going
marching
somewhere
now,
else.
then?
Well, we'll see. We'll be telling you that, won't we?
Oh no, heavens no. Amazing.
Correct. Not political.
Yes.
I've never heard of you. Were you.
Never heard of me?
No, I've never heard of you, no.
Must be a sinner. He's never heard of us, boys.
No, I'm just ignorant.
No, I wouldn't say that, mate.
What are you? Can you explain?
I'm on YouTube.
Oh, okay. So you're sort of your own person?
Yes, I've got my own opinions. I'm not backed by anyone. I'm just here trying to. I'm autistic, is basically what's going on. So that's why I'm out here trying to get a perspective and an insight as to how everyone else thinks and what they're up to, basically.
Good for you.
Thank you very much. Oh,
Do you want to talk to people?
yeah. Do you want to talk?
I'm happy to talk.
Smashing.
Yeah,
What's your name?
so I'm Luke Hogg.
Luke Hogg. I'm Jim Bubby.
Nice to meet you.
You too, Luke.
I've come all the way from Bristol, and I've been here for, what? This is day 4, I think.
I think it is.
Yep. Oh, God. And, yep, like everyone here, I'm tired, I'm sore, I'm sunburnt, but I'm determined to keep going.
Yes.
And
And why are you here?
I am here because of the insane stupidity of the situation we are in. So we have 40 years of evidence that climate change is occurring. It is bad for us. It is affecting us in this country now.
Just to interject there quickly, I'm 32, right?
Yeah.
When I was about 8, they said that London and Essex was going to be underwater by the year 2000, it was 2000s in the noughties, yeah? It was like 202 or something like that. They
Okay.
said it was going to be underwater. So there has been a sort of, see what I'm saying? There's been a, they have
Alright.
said this sort of stuff.
So you're saying that some of the predictions have been wrong?
Yes.
Okay. I've got show and tell on that, if I may.
Right, please
Okay,
do.
bear with. Right.
Oh, see, there's God that works in mysterious ways. There's a reason why that you wanted to talk to me, see, because you've got show and tell about it.
I got show.
That's why.
Give me a moment, let me figure out where
No worries.
I thought I'd left this at home and I brought it.
Thank the
I'm
Lord
so
you didn't.
glad You asked that question.
Amazing. That's a Nokia.
It is a Nokia, I think it's a 3210.
No, it's not, because I remember what they look like, but that ain't one of them. Anyway,
It's a very old one anyway.
it is.
I got this phone.
8, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I got this phone, what? 20 years ago, 15 years ago. See? No colour screen, no touch screen, no internet.
Right,
This is my Moto G.
right,
It's working. Touch screen,
Yes.
colour screen,
yes,
internet.
yes,
There's about 15 years between these two phones.
right.
So if you think, 15 years of scientific endeavour has turned this into this.
Right.
What do you think 15 years of climate science has done? So, 15 years ago, our predictions were a bit off. We were still learning, we were still developing. 15 years have passed. Our predictions are so much better.
Did you think of that argument all by yourself?
I did indeed.
Oh,
yes.
man.
So, yes, science gets things wrong occasionally, but it's a learning process. It is an iterative process. Okay, so we've been off. I am much more confident in this whole 2050, that's the last point, keep it under 1.5 degrees. Because, like you, I'm 38.
Right,
I remember learning about climate change on Blue Peter
right.
and in the classroom, and I remember thinking to myself, it can't be that serious, it can't flood that badly. And just over the years, these arguments have kept going. And I did a degree in physics. I'm a physicist.
Right.
And in fact, I even I used to be a bit of a climate change denier. Like I say, I was like, it can't be that serious.
Right.
And then
I'm not a denier.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm
Right.
very, very worried. I might implying you
No,
are.
no,
Obviously,
no,
no. Okay.
no.
So anyway, let's say I was a denier. I definitely was. And I remember one day it was 2008. I just finished my degree. I was unemployed, living with my parents, and I caught the end of this documentary on climate change. And afterwards, I went for a walk, and I remember thinking to myself, science is what figured out how planes fly. Science is what the doctor uses every time they treat you. Science is what makes every single gizmo in your mobile phone work.
Right.
You think of all the trillions of things that science gets right every second, and I mean trillions. Why? Why are people so convinced that it must be wrong on this one topic? And then suddenly I thought, wait a minute.
It's not just this though, is it?
I am. So then I thought to myself, wait a minute, I am a scientist. why am I so convinced it's wrong? And there, literally, in the middle of a field, surrounded by
epiphany.
sheep, I had an epiphany. And I thought, I'm going to get involved in this. So, yeah, climate change science has been wrong. We've made some wrong predictions. I'm sure the Wright brothers, their planes crashed loads of times before they flew.
Did you? All right, I just got to get in there, right?
Yeah.
So you're a scientist.
Yep.
Did you read up the scientists on the COVID-19 jabs?
I read a little bit, yes.
Do you know the difference between a vaccination and mRNA gene therapy?
Roughly, yes.
Right. Did you have a vaccination or did you have gene therapy?
I had the, I had the Pfizer, which I believe is the gene therapy one.
Right. Okay. Amazing. So
Now, let me tell you something.
Right.
I was shitting myself.
Right.
When somebody says, this is genetic instructions to make a virus and we're injecting it into your arm, I was like, what the I was like, nope, I'm a scientist. I believe the science.
Right, but there was no science, was there? Because it's still in third phase clinical trials, so that's the point. There's no long-term data. So where is your scientific angle there?
All right. My brother
Right.
is a cancer research scientist at Oxford with a research
Right, my
team.
sister and my nan both died of cancer. Yeah, when I was younger, there was one in three people died of cancer. Now it's 1 in 2.
Yep.
Right. So all this talk about science and this, mate, it's very fickle. These arguments you're making, they're very fickle.
Yeah.
Like they're a bit emotionally based on your own interactions and life experience.
Of course.
I believe.
Of course. What else have I got to react with other than my own life experiences? So,
Well, yeah.
So my brother, he knows a lot about this. I mean, he knows about cancer drugs, and he tells me about the whole scientific process and how they develop these things. So I've had like first-hand interaction with an Oxford professor who tells me how they've gone through this process.
So that's a fallacy called appeal to authority. Or what's it? It's appeal to something, isn't it? You know what the fallacy you're using?
Okay,
Do you see what I'm saying about the going to the do you see?
I see what you're saying. Go to professional, yeah.
Well, no. It's all about doing your own research.
Oh, yeah.
And then looking at the evidence categorically and weighing it up in your own head and saying, why would the mainstream media, why would the government be trying to suppress certain information and details?
All right, we're going a little off topic. We got onto vaccines.
Massive
Wait,
digression there,
okay,
sorry.
let's go back to climate science.
Can we talk about the UN Secretary General and the statement he made the other day?
I haven't read that statement, so I can't talk about that
Okay,
one.
fair enough.
But yeah, so scientific research is collaboration. I've dropped balls into sand pits and measured how fast they fall so I can confirm gravity for myself. I've swung a pendulum, so I've studied pendulum mechanics. I cannot, take...
Do you know?
Well, hang on, wait.
Yeah, but you're on about all these different things. Do you know?
Bear with me.
But do you know how our compass works?
Yep, basically. Magnets. Lines up with a magnetic pole. An experiment I can do again. But I cannot build a large hadron collider in my backyard. However, so I, as a scientist, I have to go to the Large Hadron Collider and say, hey, what's your data? And I have to trust them.
As a scientist, why would they have, outside the Large Hadron Collider, why would they have a monument to a Hindu god of destruction?
Can't comment on that one.
Can't comment. But you're a scientist and
Yep.
you're talking about CERN. Can you postulate as to why you may believe there is any reason, any significance in what they might mean? As a scientist, why would they have that there? Do you know what they're up to in CERN?
Smashing little particles together to find out what they're made of.
Amazing. And how does that fill your belly, your gut? How does that make it feel? When you say them things together, how does it make you feel in your bones? Trust the science.
I trust the science, and this is the point I'm trying to make.
I know.
Because our whole point, we've been diverted twice. So let's stay on this topic.
I'm sorry.
Why do I believe the climate science? That's the question. That's the question you're asking me, right?
No, I'm saying, why do you believe that this science would be the only sort of science that's not paid for by people with a vested interest?
Oh, right. Oh, you're saying, how do we believe the science when, the oil giants are throwing money at it?
No, it's the United Nations.
All right, yep.
Right?
Yep.
Capitalism, stakeholder capitalism,
Right.
the World Economic Forum, the World Health Organization.
Has funded all these things, yes? And how can we trust them?
How can we trust them when you make a very good point?
Yeah.
Oh, how can we trust them? You fucking tell me, how can we trust them? Should we trust them? Have you listened to the things that they were saying over the last 2 years?
Two words I would use: healthy skepticism. So let's
So say 7 African presidents or 5 African presidents didn't want to use the mRNA vaccination technology, yeah,
Okay.
say they all decided to stay staunch in their beliefs and they said, right, I'm not going to give this to my nation.
Yeah.
5 of them said that and died, yeah, by a mysterious. So did you just say about, what was the word that you said about not believing things or something?
Healthy skepticism.
Healthy skepticism. Now, where does healthy skepticism lie on all these people agreeing to the same thing or declining the same thing and all dying in mysterious circumstances?
Again.
Where's healthy skepticism there?
I-
What does that mean?
Okay.
Healthy skepticism.
Right,
Sorry.
So, again, I don't want to go down the vaccine route. That's a whole separate discussion.
I know.
Right? Let's not talk about it.
But here's the UN though, it's still the same people that are
Same
pushing this sort of stuff. This technology that was untried, untested, they wanted to roll out, still do want to roll out globally. They're telling you, this man Klaus Schwab's telling you, and Bill Gates are telling you, no one's going to be safe until everyone's vaccinated.
Well, okay. I once saw...
With a technology that's brand new, that hasn't been tested, that hasn't been vetted.
Okay, so
Children.
I am not going to talk about vaccines.
No, but these are the people.
Yeah, okay, right. So you're saying these organisations,
United Nations.
United Nations, they have funded the Large Hadron Collider, they've funded all these science researchers.
No. They're funding the IPCC.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
Yes. The International Panel on Climate Change. Yes, they are funding that, yes.
Right. So there would be, what's it called? Conflict of interest. When they're promoting the same thing. Yeah.
All right, so you're saying that the IPCC exists to push the agenda
Yes.
of the United Nations.
And the World Economic Forum. You're getting it! You're
Right.
boy, Joe, you're getting it!
Okay, that's your point. Right, okay, good. Right, question to you then. What's their agenda?
Oh,
Capitalism, isn't
yeah.
it?
No.
Okay.
Complete debauchery and degradation of Western society. To get children to cut their private parts off so they cannot be. It's an ungodly new world religion. It's the new world order. In case you never heard of it, yeah, the West is falling, yeah, and they're setting up some new stuff.
Oh, right, so.
And it's gonna. The framework looks like China. And that's what yous lot are marching towards, unknowingly. That's why people call you useful idiots. But I do agree, yeah? The climate is being changed by the fucking injections of aerosols in the stratosphere.
Yeah. Well, I think at that point, let us agree on that point. That these corporations are destroying our environment. They are making our lives miserable. We are dying. We are choking.
But what this is doing is calling for infliction and oppression of the working man. All of this is just going to make it harder for everyone else. This is all funded for by the same people that are funding Ukraine and shit like that.
Well, that's the horrible nature of globalism and capitalism. Everything is horribly interconnected. We have to stand up for what we believe, and we believe...
Revolution.
No, we believe in stopping climate change. Let's start there.
What about getting them all out of Parliament and hanging them?
Well, I'm not going to comment on
Treason.
that one. Not going
Allowed
to
to hang
comment.
them for treason.
You'll have to go to the courts for that one. But, okay, right. Looks like we're moving on.
It does. Right, listen.
Thanks for your time.
No, thank you.
Okay.
I thoroughly enjoyed that. That's brilliant.